What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 9 of the Next Wave podcast. Getting close to double digits, so we appreciate y'all sticking around for these first 8 or 9 episodes now. We're going to be covering the weekend of the CDL matches after this long break that we've been waiting so long to be over, and also a little bit of Rocket League news as well. So stay tuned, and we appreciate y'all watching. So, not much really to talk about. We kind of covered our New Year's and holidays and stuff on a personal level. But as always, I'm one of your hosts, Blake Zanny Janny, joined by my buddy here, Dak D. Woody Woodall. Today is mainly going to be a COD episode because that's really all we got going on. But nonetheless, just to break the ice into this episode here, Dak, how's it going, man?
Good. It's snowing. It's like 4 degrees here right now. I was watching the Bills Steelers, and it's actually colder here than it is in Buffalo right now, surprisingly.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was only 20 degrees in Buffalo when they were playing. I know they just had a blizzard.
They just got the precipitation.
Precipitation.
I almost said participation.
So I saw that they had fans just first come, first serve on seating because it all got snowed on and you couldn't even see the numbers. But yeah, no, it's good. Things are going good. We just had our first full week of our upload schedule, and I feel like we gradually grew a little bit, gained some subs. Like, it was a good week. So we're going to keep that up. And yeah, things are going well.
Yeah, if y'all can't tell already, we're not doing this at all to blow up, become millionaires or anything. Like, this is just something we want to do out of pure passion. So we enjoy y'all coming along for the ride, whether we have 10 views on the podcast or 10 million views. So I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully this consistent schedule will be not only good for us, but good for y'all. But let's go ahead and jump into the Call of Duty matches here. If you listened to the last episode, we did have some predictions here. Starting off with the first match being the LAG versus Atlanta FaZe. This ended up being a DoorDash. I predicted 3-1. I think you predicted.
I said 3-2, bro. I wanted a good series.
Yeah, you said 3-2.
And I will say, bro,
we
LAG
gave them too much.
No, LAG choked the hell out of map 1.
They did.
They were up 220 to 180, and I feel like they slowed down a little bit when they realized, oh shit, we're about to win, and they started playing a little timid. Fame was getting absolutely sauteed in respawns.
He was.
And dude, like, you can't let FaZe smell blood in the water when you're about to win the match. Like, they've been there so many times as a trio, and you could just tell it was like inexperience. Like, they were just in their head, we're like, oh shit, we're about to beat FaZe map 1, like, and just started kind of slowing down and let them back in, and then it was too late. And then as soon as they lost, bro, as soon as they lost map 1, I was like, damn it, dude, it's gonna be 3-0. Like, if they win that map, they could have stolen control or something and made it a full series like I expected, but.
Yeah, I think smelling blood in the water was a great way to put it. Like, if they know that they have a leg up at any moment, whether that's mentally or literally in the game, like, they're putting the foot on the gas. And so I definitely think that icing up, closing out games and experience is really the glaring problem for LAG. Otherwise, as we'll see here in these later matches in the weekend, like, they look good.
Yeah.
Like, they look really good. They play together. Even when they're getting smoked together. If that makes sense. Like, it's not like you're seeing everyone chow one by one. It's just they're losing these team fights, right? They're just getting out-positioned, out-iced, that kind of stuff. So, quick 3-0 from the Atlanta FaZe. Just looking at a couple player statistics here. For the series, Simp and Celium with a 1.11, withdraws on a 1.10. And then the other side of things, Estriel really came to play this weekend, starting out in this series. He had over 10,000 damage with a 1.04, and then Diamondcon continues to produce himself with a 1.09, almost 13k damage. So even though they're not getting the dub, they got 3-0 smoked. Fame, like you said, got cooked in this series with a 0.69.
He is doing well in search, though. Like, he had the most kills in their search map, even though a lot of them were, like, when he was last alive versus
trades.
2 or 3 people, just kind of garbage time. But, he's doing well in search, and he just had a bad series respawn-wise.
Right. Yeah, so, not too concerned. I don't add any concern to the LAG following this loss, really. I don't. They're still sitting at 2 wins. I think they're still fighting for a winner's bracket chance, if I'm not mistaken. They've got 2 more matches. I want to know who they play, actually.
They
Let's
play
see who they
Rocker
play. Rocker and Heretics.
and Heretics, yeah.
So they can easily beat the Rocker. If they 3-0 or 3-1 the Rocker, I think that's like best case scenario.
Yeah.
Just because with a team like Rocker, yeah, they got their first win against Carolinas, and actually we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Never mind. But they got a 3-0 or 3-1 Rocker to like get some momentum going here, and then they have the Heretics, which is going to be a great match.
Yeah, that'll be a fire matchup for sure.
I think it's going to be 3-2.
Yeah, and it could go either way.
Right, it could go either way here. Our second match of the day, which we thought was going to be like one of the best matches so far in the CDL this year, Seattle Surge versus Toronto Ultra. I picked Surge 3-2 because I couldn't get that Envoy stinker out of my head, and you picked Toronto 3-2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Toronto come out and take form of what we thought they were, and 3-0 the Seattle Surge. All of them were just frying. They just got smoked. Like one shout out to Envoy, had the highest KD of the series and tied for the most kills.
He was
1.37.
He was 1 away from dropping 40 on their head in control, dude.
Really?
Yeah, he dropped 39 in control and just went crazy.
So he must have done nothing map 1.
Actually,
he did 12
That's
map
not
1.
true. I think that was their next series that he dropped.
Oh,
39.
okay. Yeah,
so
that would make sense.
Never mind.
Okay. And then overall on the side of Seattle, Arcity's having a tough go of it, as well as everyone but Luke, really.
Abuza had a couple bad maps, if I recall.
Yes, he did. His map 2, he dropped a donut, first donut of the year.
One.
So I predicted Vivid. Do you remember who you predicted?
Vivid.
I had to look at. You did too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we both predicted Vivid, and Abuza was actually the one to take first one of the year.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say about the Seattle Surge team is that Illy looks good. Like Illy brought over his performance from the prior year. He's looking really good. Like, yeah, they got 3-0'd. But I mean, he had a 0.9 in the series. Yeah. Did all he could, most damage on the team. So not really much to talk about there, other than Toronto making it look
Scrap
clinical.
is on another level in Respawn, dude. He's always just 25 or more kills, just frying. So
he's doing well.
Yeah, they're looking really good right now.
Yeah, and then this brings us to the last match of the day, the Minnesota Rocker versus the New York Subliners. I think I said 3-0 on this, if I'm not mistaken. Probably. And they ended up 3-1ing them. Rocker took the map 1 terminal.
Yeah.
And in that map 1, we saw Vivid and Lens frying.
And they took terminal off Miami the week before when they got slammed 3-1. So that might just be their map.
Yeah, I think that's just it's a really straight up map. I feel like that's a map where accuracy can IGL really well on, because there's very few situations where you're going to have a spawn on top of each other spawn, or like a partial spawn out and some on the hill. So I really think that's an easy map for accuracy to navigate his team, and it's pretty straight up to where Vivid and Lens can play those timings, right? As the faster guys on the team, a lot of your performance is dictated on timings and reading the opponents, and they were able to do it that map 1. 21-16 from Vivid, 22-18 from Lens. They were doing really well, but overall the next 3 maps were just a sib show, if to make it blunt. Map 2, he goes 9-4 with a 2.25.
Yeah, bro, he's been frying, and it was 3-3 in that search. It was close for a second, and then New York just took off. Yeah, and then control on high rise, bro. If you're not a good team, do not let that map get in, bro, because we've seen Thieves get absolutely spawn trapped, slammed on that map, and now Rocker get 3-0'd on that map. So
I think I started playing wagers or something. I was not watching this match after the first hard point, but what in the hell happened on the control where Lens is going 24-11, 2.18 KD, and they're losing 3-0?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He must have been whoring.
Yeah, because that's.
But map 4 is the standout performance here. Sib going 27-10 on Invasion Hardpoint, carrying them to victory, with Hydra right behind him, 27-16. Like, they were just frying, bro. Yeah. I watched this map, and just Sib was getting every kill. He was finding every position, taking advantage of every heady he could possibly take advantage of. Yeah. and did his thing here. So
Yeah, for sure.
Subliners 5-0 start to the league. Them and FaZe are the only undefeated, right?
Pretty sure, but I just think this weekend or this first day went to show that the top 4 teams having 3 straight weeks of work to put in just widened the gap a little bit more. And they just
Right.
came out and fried, and Optic does the same thing the next day. They started a little slow, and we'll get there, but I think they're starting to separate a little bit.
I agree. I think these teams have a lot to do. These bottom 7 to 8 teams have a lot of work to do in getting themselves prepared for LAN. But as we've seen, like, we've seen crazy upsets on LAN. We've seen players come to life, go to dog shit on LAN. So we'll see how that plays out for some of these teams. But getting into the next day, Saturday here, we start things off with a spicy series. We were looking forward to this one a lot.
Yeah.
Miami Heretics and Seattle Surge. So, I was not here for most of these matches, unfortunately. But taking a look at the 3-2 score line here, we have Subbase Hardpoint going the way of
dude. Hook
Seattle.
and Abuza were going nuts that map. Hook was Hook the nuke that day, bro. He was frying that
30-17.
map. Yeah, Miami just started off slow and could not catch up that map. Hook was just in the zone. Freaking forehead covering the entire face cam, just locked in, bro. Yeah, he was in there, bro. So
That's
shout
awesome.
out to him.
Yeah, 1.76 out of Hook, 1.41 out of Abuza. On the other side of things, Lucky and Journey having bad maps with 0.57 and 0.6s. So tough to see out of them. Lucky was still putting some damage down, just couldn't get it there. And then next map, we know this is Seattle's strong suit. You've got, as long as Illy's on your team, you're probably going to be good at S&D. And if you surround him with people like Hook, who will find the nooks and crannies in the map, and then I'm sure Abuza is, as we see, he's 10-4 on this map.
Yeah.
He's a good S&D player, so no surprise there. Honestly, that's why I predicted 3-2 Miami just because of the Vamos energy.
Yeah,
but
me too.
like with that aside, I would obviously in any map 5, even against maybe not FaZe. That's it. Like I can any map 5, I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah.
Even against Optic, against Toronto, against New York, I'm taking Seattle for the most part there. And then I actually did see some VOD review. Like I was skipping through the flank on this control here, this 3-2 invasion control. There was a point where they had the kills, Miami did, and 2 of them played kills and 2 of them got on point, and they were saying that only one of them should have been pushed up and they should have been 3 stacking and they would have won this map.
Yeah, that was kind of the turning point in the series, dude. The control map, it was absolutely insane. It was one of those where the casters are like, okay, yeah, that's going to be it. So-and-so's on point, and then he'd die and they'd be like, wait.
Yeah.
And it just kept like, it just keeps going and you're like, holy shit, dude, who's going to win this? And Miami came out, and then that was kind of the turning point where they were like, okay, now let's go slam them map 4. And obviously we saw it went to round 11, map 5. So
yeah, round 10, map 5, 6-4 coming in for Seattle there. But I mean, map 4, they smoked Seattle 250 to 102. Just by the looks of it here, just looks like they were just getting out-rotated.
Yeah.
Pretty much by the looks of it, because our city's the only one even, everyone else negative. Just how it be sometimes. But Illy comes to life in the map 5. Illy and Abuza combined for 21 kills, and both have a 1.57 and 6.7 to get that 6-4 W. So not surprising there.
Yeah, and this was a good series. I think to me these are the 2 like top of the mid-pack teams that, with a little more work, iron a few things out, they could be up there upsetting teams at LAN. And,
I agree.
They could kind of make a push. So I'm not worried about Miami losing this weekend. I just think it shows maybe they weren't as good as we thought they were. Like, they're not quite where we thought they were yet, but they'll get there eventually. Their teamwork at times looks crazy. So
I mean, we talked about it on the episode right after the first part, the first weekend or 2, where we said that, they've only played, Rocker, Legion, and someone else, right? And we're like, they need to beat a top 6 team, or a team we think might be a top 6 team. And that was, the first test against Surge.
Yeah.
And so,
and it was a good game.
Not what we were.
They just came out slow, and then they ended up competing, but it was too late.
Yeah, But going to our next match on Saturday, we have the Boston Breach versus the LAG Gorillas. This was a 3-1 for LAG, a stinky poo out of the
dude.
Boston Breach. I mean, a lot of things I've seen on Twitter and in other content is that they need to make a change.
Yeah.
Boston needs to make a change.
100%.
And people were debating who it needs to be. Who needs to be dropped?
Either of them, Snoopy or Cap, get them out.
You think it's the subs? I saw people. I mean,
it just depends on who they want to build around, bro. Because Snoopy and Cap play their own game. Slasher and Priesta play their own game. For some reason, they fucking beat Ultra 3-0, which Envoy was sick that weekend apparently. So really? I don't even know how much we're gonna count that. And then they come out and beat Miami. So every time I want to write Boston off, they go get a big win. I'm sick of them, bro.
It's one of those teams where it's almost like they're playing not to make a team change.
Yeah.
Right. It's not that that's their mindset, but like the outcome is always like, oh, okay, this happened, so like, why would you? You know, obviously none of them are gonna make changes going into Major 1. Yeah. These changes are gonna come after Major 1. And as of this point, unless they do some shit the rest of the weekends and on land, it's not looking too good for them. Personally, Snoopy just throws his life away so often, bro. We see him do some crazy stuff, and his POV is quote-unquote diffy, whatever. Yeah. But overall, I just see him throw his life away so often, and I think that alone just does not compare to the concept or the what do you call it? The approach to COD that Slasher and Priesta have. And I heard this on the flank, and it's very true. Like the Priesta that we saw on New York was surrounded by 3 dogs, and he just kind of had to play that, make up for that single mistake, and play the nitty gritty and the creases of the map. Where on this team he can't do that.
Right.
Like he needs to be as consistent as possible. He dropped a 1.01 in this series. He played as best as he could, but at the end of the day, he's got to have all-star performances at a somewhat consistent level for this team to be good.
Yeah. I'm honestly over Boston. I don't care if they win or do well. I think they're just not meshing well, and if they do stay together, it's just going to be one of those things where all these other teams are consistently getting better, and then they're just like having a good week, having a bad week, having a good week, and they just never stay the same, and you never know what you're going to get. And it's just going to be a train wreck.
But shout out to LAG, right? Still got to give them their flowers on this. This is what I'm saying. If they can figure out how to ice up against these top teams and close out games, and they're going to be like they're going to be the most surprising team. So in the CDL here. But going to the next match, we've got the Toronto Ultra versus the LA Thieves, ending in a 3-1 for Toronto. Their only map win for the Thieves coming in a round 11 map 2. Thieves are off to a 1-5 start.
Yeah, dude. I don't think they're a very good team together either, bro. They might need to be changing after Major 1 as well.
They're just it's a ragtag team.
Yeah.
Like they like found
it's an 8s
the
team,
middle
dude.
pack. Yeah, it's an 8s team. You're exactly right. Like it's seeing those names together just didn't make sense from the get-go. Yeah, they've all got some talent. We've been saying for 2.5 years now, if Cold War Cammy comes back, like
he's not
we've been saying
that
for so long now. Like he has not shown a bit of Cold War Cammy in the longest time. So I mean, not much to talk about on this other than the fact that Scrap is still a beast. 1.39. He's just having his way. People were calling him a 100 HP merchant for this series because or before this weekend. Because he hadn't had the best numbers and was talking a lot of shit, and it was after they got 3-0'd. So he came to play this weekend
for sure.
And showed it there. Not much. Do you have anything else to say about this series? I don't really.
I mean, not really. And there was a rumor going around that LA Thieves are arguing and having issues internally. And then, JCap tweeted to shut that down, but I mean, dude, they probably are frustrated. They're 1-5. They haven't looked cohesive at all, really. Things just aren't going well, and I feel like they're going to be the next team to make a change after the major, especially if they start in losers and just bow out.
Yeah, they're in losers for sure. They have one more game left. And
bro. Then
they can be 2-5.
Yeah, then they've locked up the bottom 4 probably.
Exactly. Bringing us to our last series of Saturday. Sucks we only got to see Optic play once this weekend, but we'll get to see him play twice, I guess. Yeah, twice this coming weekend here before the major.
Yeah, they got Miami and they got FaZe to end the week.
Of course, they I hate the league
I
sometimes,
know,
bro. They
bro.
give us,
Yep.
they always make that Optic play at the first match or the last match, and then they always, wait till the end of their weekend
That's the
to
last
put
game
them up.
before Major 1. Optic
Yeah.
Phase.
But yeah, we got a 3-2 here. Um, I believe I predicted a 3-0 for Optic, and I believe you said 3-1.
I might have given Paris a map. I feel like I said 3-1.
Yeah, I feel like you did too. But nonetheless, like I mean, this ended up being a
That's
reverse
still
sweep.
Paris, by the way.
Paris, you're
They
right.
re-earned
Paris,
Paris this weekend.
yes, they got reverse swept here in Paris. All I noticed off of the jump, so I was able to tune in for a couple of the maps here. Is that Purge had a great map, and
Mm-hmm.
Standy was on his shit.
Yeah.
He was dropped a 1.79, just finessing in and out. I saw a couple of plays where he was just utilizing the skid row top and bottom mid
Mm-hmm.
like to his advantage and just finessing.
Yeah.
So if you're a Legion fan, that's a positive to take, is that you did see some good performances against a top team.
Dude, it's
Whatever.
just they just can't all four have a good day. It's like
No.
Purge and Standy have a good day. Oh, Nero goes crazy. Attach has a decent day, but the other two don't. Like, they just need to put it together, bro. Close out some of these
Yeah,
damn maps.
I agree. Definitely agree there. They have an ice trouble too, but they also have a talent issue as well. Um, Good to see Attach holding his own in the map too. Attach had a 2.0 KD with Purge again, dropping 10 kills. 3-6. I didn't get to watch this map. Did you watch this or review
You
this
talking
map at
about map
all?
two?
Yeah, the Terminal S&D.
I mean, I had it on. I was just kind of watching here and there, but
Pred
like I
doing
saw
his
the
best,
end.
it looks like.
Yeah, but it was control. Like as soon as Optic started control, they
3
looked
would
a
him.
lot better, and after that, I was not worried at all.
Kenny, map 3,
Mm-hmm.
30 and 15, pretty much carried. Everyone else is
Dude,
around even.
it's insane. I thought, we thought Kenny coming in would bring a lot to the team leadership wise and like strategy wise, but he wasn't about to outfrag Dashy, Shotzi, and Pred around him.
Pred, but he's been
And
frying.
dude, he's been their best player, just top to
by
bottom.
far.
He's been frying, dude.
Yeah,
So
which
that
is good
is
to
a
see.
huge plus. If you got Shotzi and Dashy not even having to like take over, then it's looking scary, bro.
Yeah, and speaking of Shotzi, had a great map for going 25 and 20. Just based on the map, it looks like he was just finding his creases. Didn't have the most damage, but looks like he was just playing around the hill,
Yeah.
around his teammates, based on the stats here. So, good to see the boys squeezing out that win. Only won by 55, but with Terminal and Burger Hill and P2, it's going to be a lot of big chunks of time going
Yeah.
back and forth. So 55 points is still a good spread to win by.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
and
lie
then-
though. When Paris went up 2-0, just I was having flashbacks of Optic just coming out flat on
Yeah,
the good old days. But this
Yeah.
is new Optic. This is
new Optic.
Yeah, they turned a new leaf.
And then last map to complete the reverse sweep, Optic just absolutely shit on them. 6-1, the final map. 3.5 KD, 2.5 KD out of Dashy, Pred with the 3.5.
Yeah, they're going
Just an
crazy.
overall masterclass here. Just looks like Paris couldn't not get anything going.
Yeah, so
Good shit, Optic. As Optic fans, rough start, but we're happy to see that cap off. Bringing us to Sunday, which I believe we both predicted this correctly, a 3-0 from FaZe
Yeah.
over the Legion here. So I saw Theory, their coach of the Legion, was bitching about being the last match of the night and the first one
Yeah.
of the next day. Come on, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Are we
come on.
serious? Like, obviously, comparing it to like the NFL, not comparable. They were trying to make NBA compare. What am I saying?
NBA comparisons.
Compare. I was putting an in there. Comparisons. Comparisons. Which is like, yeah, they have like double headers sometimes, and they'll do back-to-back days. Like, that only helps the case of we're playing video games here. And if you can't get 8 hours of sleep at night, which is the only thing that you would need to be prepared, the match is at 2
Two?
o'clock Central.
Yeah, bro.
Come on, like
What are we talking
you
about?
are a professional player. You are salaried to play Call of Duty in the league. Like, you should be able to get your 8 hours in.
And whether they played like the last match of the night before or not, you were only playing 30 minutes. the series, no
Right.
matter what happened.
You're playing one series.
You're playing
where
3 maps.
Back in the day,
no matter what, no matter how rested you are, you're playing phase. It's gonna be 3 maps. They're all gonna be 8 to 10 minutes, and then you're good for the rest of the day, bro.
And then you're in the 8s queue.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like back in the day, like in the open brackets and losers bracket runs for like the pro teams, like at the open tournaments, like you were playing multiple series a day until like 10 p.m. and then playing multiple series again the next day at 10 a.m. Like,
I mean, brother,
you're
we're
used to
talking
this.
about being in the comfort of your own facility or home online.
Yeah.
What are we
on.
talking about here?
One series. You're not playing a bunch of matches all day to get to the championship.
What are they going to do
one
if they have a screwed up schedule, Major 1, and have to play a bunch one day? Are they just going to chalk it up like, oh, damn, we got schedule fucked. Like, we're done.
You're starting in losers bracket.
Oh,
you're going to play.
Like that. I didn't know he said that. I don't like that at all. That's loser talk.
Come on.
That's loser talk.
That is very loser talk. As well
That's
as
Paris talk.
He was saying, like, yeah, us, Carolina, and one other team have had to do it this year. It's like, oh, you just named the worst teams. Like, no shit. No one wants to watch you, so we're going to get you out of the way as early as possible or delay you as late as possible. So get better. Just get better. How about that? Yeah. Like, there's a reason that Optic is not, like, Optic plays back-to-back sometimes, too. Like, they're always the last or the first. So sometimes they fall at that bracket, but
dude, Optic
at the same time,
at 9 in the morning back when there was open brackets and shit, and then their next match is at like 7 p.m. that night.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Bro.
They were iced.
Yeah.
And had way bigger implications.
Yeah.
You're playing in a league match online. They're playing back in the day, you're playing for $100,000, in one day. But yeah, so just to overview this match, sorry for the rant right there, but pretty much it was just cruise control. For phased. 250 to 225 on the terminal. The only thing competitive about this match. 6-1 S&D, 3-1 control. Draza and Celium coming out with the top KDs here, 1.5 and 1.4.
Nice.
So Attach finishing with a 1.02. Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. But 3-0 smoked. And
this was a weird day too, stinker. Bro. There was like delays and shit all day.
2 3-0s and 2 3-1s. So the next one is the Minnesota Rocker versus the Carolina Royal Ravens.
Hey, I had Rocker 3-1 this series.
I did not know what I had. I think I said 3-2 Rocker.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it was the blow it up bowl, as Aches would say. 3-0 from the Rocker, which is crazy to see. GodRX needs to be dropped immediately.
Yeah.
This dude is ass.
Yeah. Did you see the clip? Bad. Did you see the clip of Pred playing eights with him the other night?
Yes, and he shot him.
He was like, "Dude, this GodRX guy keeps baiting me." And then the next match, he just team kills him, and he goes, "Whoops."
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. I think he's so down bad from getting shit on the matches that he's just trying to bait and kill Horan eights to boost his ego up a little bit. But I mean, he's just getting dumped on left and right. Gwen is doing all he can in all of their series to keep them afloat. He's been playing great, but it's just not enough here. Two really close map 1, 250, 242.
Yeah, it was a close map 1, but I feel so bad for Clay, bro. It seems like every year there's some shit that goes on. We got visa issues with Real now. Their match had delays because power went out at the studio and shit. Like, there's just always something, bro. And then they just get slammed by Rocker, and now he's just down bad. Like, oh,
so this was like a 3-0 kind of snooze fest because these teams are both pretty bad, but some great content came out of this on the timeline. The Minnesota Rocker group, recently taken over by G2, maybe a new social media manager or just a new outlook on how they approach social media.
Yeah.
They tweeted out, "Thank fuck for the Carolina," and put 3-0. Like, that is fucking hilarious. Thank fuck for Carolina. They get their first win on the board.
Dude, it's G2 social media managers crack me up because they're always like self-deprecating tweets.
Humor.
Yeah, like I've seen them tweet for their CS team like losing round 1, just funny shit, bagging on themselves. And
at the end of last season, like after that happened, didn't they tweet some funny shit about accurate? Like it was like a picture of accuracy, like upset, or it was something weird, like involving like accuracy or like after a loss and like I don't know. But yeah, I love that kind of content here. Bringing us to the next match here, we've got New York Subliners versus the LA Thieves. 3-1 on the side of New York, which I might have said. I definitely didn't say 3-2. But yeah,
This
kind of
was
what I
the one.
expected
Yo,
here.
this was the one. I had the hat on, guys. All right, I wasn't thinking straight. I had
Oh
the LA
yeah,
Thieves hat on. I was like, LA Thieves might come out and shock the world. Let's see what they do this weekend. Nope, nope.
nope.
It
Point
seems
eight
like
eight highest KD.
yeah, and it seems like LA Thieves always drops 190 points or more in hardpoint, but they just can't win. Like
Yeah,
it's always like 200 to 250, but
no ice.
no ice, or they just play catch up and get close, but never really take the lead.
Yeah.
So
This was a Sib game again. He's been frying 1.53 on the series, almost 100 kills, just bodying them really. I want to see what this map 3 looked like here. This is the only one that LA Thieves were able to took, and they took it pretty convincingly, 3-1 on Invasion, which is a pretty straight up map. So I'm surprised that they took it. On the Hydra, the only one positive at 23 and 20. Sib was putting down damage, just couldn't secure a lot of those kills. But some good maps out of Ghosty and Joe Deceives, both 25 and 19. So,
yeah,
again, if you're a Thieves fan, something positive to get out of that. But at the same time, they were up 2-0, probably just chilling.
yeah.
So,
Dude, that's
yeah,
that's
pretty
my
expected.
thing about NYSL and Ultra. Like, you think they're gonna 3-0 a bad team, and then they let them steal a map or something, but they usually just are like, okay, let's lock in, and then they shit on them and finish the series. But
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
and
that could be.
we
You
always
can't let
see
a
them
team
like
in
go
sometimes.
5, and you're like, whoa, wait a
Mhm.
minute, and then they win it convincingly, and then they're chilling after the match, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I guess they're just doing their thing.
Mhm.
But bringing us to the last match of the day here, Boston. Just when you think they're the worst team, they suck, they come out and grab a 3-1 win over the Miami Heretics, who we know have been looking fairly good. Really good series out of Snoopy here. So
Yeah.
he goes from dropping a stinker in the last match to performing very well here with 16k damage in 4 maps.
Yeah, I mean, he's just, when things are going well, he's going to look like a
Right.
beast because he's aggressive
Yeah.
as fuck and pushing out cuts and shitting on people. But as soon as things start going bad, it looks horrible, bro. So
Yeah,
I'm
I agree.
disappointed in the Vamos train here, man.
Yeah,
I thought if
a
they
little upsetting.
were who I thought they were, they would come out and handle business against Boston. But
Yeah, Lucky had a tough weekend.
Yeah.
I think he averaged like a .7 something for his weekend here. So tough showing out of some of the boys on the Miami Heretics team, but like I'm still a fan. Like when Optic's
too.
out and there's someone to root for, I'll root for Miami just cuz we love to see diversity in the scene and root for the underdog here. So that kind of caps off the weekend here. You know, taking a look, let's focus on Optic here for a second, since they are our team of choice. Let me get the schedule put up. We play FaZe and who did you say?
Viva, vamos.
Oh yeah, yeah. So,
I mean,
see.
I think Miami's kind of solidified themselves as just like middle of the pack, upper middle, and Optic should handle that 3-1.
Yeah, I agree. And then, just biasly, I'm gonna say 3-2, for the FaZe. Just to give FaZe. I'm not gonna say 3-0, 3-1, just cause. Come on. But like I can easily see like whatever team coming out hot, like 3-0ing the other, right? Just feeling it, having that going. I can see it.
Yeah.
So, but let's go ahead and just run through the matches real quick.
Okay.
Since we won't have another podcast out before
Till
this
next
weekend,
Monday,
let's run through some predictions here. It'll be really quick. Okay, so Friday we got Rocker LAG.
LAG 3-1.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree on that. Optic Miami. I'm going to say they take the control and we win 3-1.
3-1. We give them a search.
Okay. Last one of the day, New York versus Toronto.
Ooh, that'll be
Spicy.
good. Okay, I think New York's better at S&D right now.
I do too.
So I'm gonna say 3-2 New York.
I'm gonna say 3-2 New York as well because I do think they steal one of the respawns. I do think they take a respawn, and I am gonna say I'm gonna agree with that.
That's match of the
3-2
week right
New
there,
York.
dude. That's gonna
That
be
is
good.
match of the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Sunday,
optic phase.
yeah, Optic Phase. So we got two great matches. They
Yeah.
saved it.
Yeah.
For they did the last match of the first day and the last match of the last day
I
is
love
what they
it.
fucking did. But Saturday here we got Ultra versus Legion, 3-0.
I could have 2 meals here. I could DoorDash a meal,
And
eat
cook
it,
one.
and then DoorDash another meal, eat it, and it would still be a 3-map series.
Right.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think we could order it.
It's gonna be fast as fuck.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
our
Vegas
order-
is getting
our
slammed.
order- Our
Vegas is
order would
getting
get
slammed.
received, and then the match is over. Like we wouldn't get
Yes.
the delivery in time.
Yes. My
Next
food would
match,
get
Miami
here after
Heretics versus LAG. This is going to be a great match. These teams match up, I feel like,
Ooh.
really well against each other.
They're both the
Heretics
scrappy
versus
underdogs
LAG.
that look like they're fighting for something and they have good
Yeah.
teamwork. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, exactly. I like LAG right now, dude. I'm going to go LAG. Their search has been kind of iffy. I'm going to go LAG 3-1. I think they take all respawns.
Okay. I'm going to go Miami 3-2 because I can't let them lose 4 in a row. That would be bad.
That would be
That'd
unfortunate.
be bad. They need a dub.
Really would.
They need a must win right there.
Next match, Surge versus Rocker.
Surge.
I
3-1.
think I was thinking 3-0, but I'm gonna give Rocker a map because this is a accuracy revenge game. So I'm gonna give accuracy a map. Seattle might let Terminal slip through or something, So
Yeah.
last match of Saturday. Oh, sorry. FaZe versus the Carolina Royal Ravens.
Oh no! Wait a second, dude. The Ravens play the last match of that day and the first match the next day, bro. Oh no! What are they gonna do?
Oh no! What are they
They're
gonna
so
do?
screwed, bro. The league is purposely trying to make them lose.
Yeah, bro.
Dang.
If only they were better.
Dang, man. Yeah, that's a 3-0.
Yeah, that's a 3-0.
Yeah, we can move
Yeah.
on.
Yep, move on. And next match of the day, Ravens versus Thieves.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Is TJ Halley still playing?
I don't think it fucking matters. I think Real and him are just in it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, the other three are what matters. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, like, if you're gonna change out one of them, you just change out all four, bro, or all three. Keep Clay or two. Keep Clay and Gwyn.
Yeah.
But
Man.
I'm gonna say, I think this one goes map 5, and I'm gonna take the Thieves 3-2. Like, I just think, I don't know, bro. Just seeing how Thieves have been getting stomped. Like, they haven't been competitive in a lot of these maps. They haven't
They've
been taking
getting
it to
straight
the
gunned
map
some
5s.
maps, bro. They've been getting straight up just out.
That's what I'm saying.
Slayed.
I'm gonna go 3-2. Oh, part of me wants to say 3-2 Ravens, bro. Part of me wants to say it, but GodRx sucks.
Where's a coin, bro? Flip a coin.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
let's dedicate that to the coin flip. I'm gonna take tails, which wait, no, heads. Okay. Hey Siri, flip a coin. It's heads. We're taking the Royal Ravens 3-2.
All right, come on, Clay. Come on, Clay.
Come on, Clay.
We need a
Shout
dub
out to
going
the
into
coin.
the major.
Next map here, we got New York versus Boston. Kind of interesting. I'm 3-0.
Yeah, I hope so. Me too.
And
I
then-
sure hope so, because if Boston keeps lying to themselves and winning matches like this, bro, they're just going to be put in the blender the rest of the year of inconsistency.
They're gonna be putting a big blender there, but the last one we already touched on here, FaZe Optic. I got
man.
Optic 3-2.
I mean, I love Optic.
You don't see it.
I'm going to be biased.
My
I'll say
prediction's
Optic.
completely biased.
Yeah, I mean, I got to roll with the boys, but
Yeah.
I
yeah.
won't be surprised if they come out and
No,
lose.
I won't either. I won't
Yeah.
either. Like I said, like either team could 3-0 the other one for all, like
Yeah.
just based off of heat checks. So but I'm gonna go 3-2. Boys at Optic here. Give some credit to the FaZe team, which obviously deserves it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was this past weekend, and a look forward to this coming weekend's matches. That kind of concludes our Call of Duty segment here. I'm just gonna cap it off with a quick Rocket League update from our personal content expert.
God. All right, guys. Before we even get into this, I hate that I have to sit here and spread more negativity about this damn game, bro. All right, I love Rocket League. It's hella unique. Anybody can play it from any side of gaming, whether you're into MOBAs or first-person shooters. It's just one of a kind. And it seems like Epic Games is just actively trying to run this shit into the ground and get rid of it for some reason. I don't know why. So we've got a whole new format for the esports season. I think out of any gaming community, when a bad thing is announced, Rocket League by far is like the most petty, like whiny. Like people were like just going ballistic over this. And to me, yeah, it sucks, but I see why it makes sense. So they lowered the prize pool. They showed like the prize pool every single season of Rocket League until like this moment. And from like 2019 to 2020, the COVID era, the prize pool shot up like $3 million. Like it scaled super quick. And so I feel like they're kind of like, you know, since COVID and the economy and shit's been bad and just gaming as a whole scaling too much, I feel like it's time to cut back a little bit. So it makes sense that the prize pool got cut back a little bit. But I'm pretty sure the prize pool last year was like well over $2 million. And
is that for the whole
Worlds,
season or champs?
For the whole season, it's like $4 or $5 million.
Oh, okay.
For Worlds, it was like 2. Now it's down to like 1.7. And like it went down a little bit, and I'm sure that's a lot of money, but it also sucks because all of the top 128 teams get paid that prize pool, like a cut of that. So you could just show up and get slammed day one of Worlds, and you still get.
Is that a change?
You still get some money. Yeah, that's a change. Used to, it was only the teams that make top 16 or whatever. I don't know.
Holy crap!
Yeah, so that's a little concerning. There's only 2 splits now. There were 3, so now there's only fall and winter or fall and spring. I don't know. There's 2 majors and then Worlds. Used to there was 3, so that kind of sucks. That's just less, land on Rocket League.
Yeah.
So that blows. There's a
Similar
3-month break between the second major and Worlds. There's a 3-month break. That is insane.
That's ridiculous.
Usually it's like 1 month or 3 weeks or something like that.
And there's nothing between that?
No. So everyone's saying, like, I hope they let us do, like, our own off-season tournaments and shit in between Major 2 and Worlds, because if we just have 3 months of grinding, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, hype's just going to die and then,
Yeah.
So that's not good. But, yeah, it just seems like, it's kind of starting to decline a little bit.
Which I think is necessary. The climate of esports right now, and more, mostly in the financial sector of the business, is not doing very well. I think we saw a false, a false status, like false bottom line during the COVID, where everyone was home. Everyone was willing to, all the expenses they were saving on eating out and trips and stuff, they were spending online, right? And so, like, we saw a lot of that kind of boost, and we thought we could ride that momentum once quarantine ended, and then now we're realizing it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So seeing a lot of those cutbacks, we see it in every esport. We see rosters being taken out in Apex. We see less spots going out to Valorant. We see COD having fewer events in the year, not even throwing challenger events, which is not even something we talked about, but that falls under this. So I can see why it's necessary.
Yeah, me too, but I don't see why they have to give the top 128 teams a damn prize.
Yeah, that's the most fucked part.
That's ridiculous. And there's only 4 North America teams and 4 European teams allowed to go to LANs. So the top 4 teams in that split get to go. So it's going to be
from where?
From North America and Europe. Each of those regions only send 4 teams to the LANs this year. Used to, it was like 8 or some shit. I don't even know. So
how do they pay out? So is there just a bunch of amateurs like getting paid?
What do you mean?
128?
Oh, well, Worlds is different. Worlds is like there's a shit ton of teams there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are just like the majors. So there's going to be like way less spots, and it's going to be way more competitive, but it's also going to leave out really good teams that could upset other teams but they can't go because only the top 4 teams went. Like North America last year, you could interchange the top 8 teams. Like every split, there was a new team going. You know, so it's going to be insanely competitive, and it's going to be really, really hard just to go to the major alone and qualify for it. So I don't know.
That's interesting.
But Blast TV is now taking over. Okay. I really liked what they did with the CS major, the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was well produced and stuff, so maybe that'll be fun. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's definitely on a smaller scale now. It's not going the direction they thought it was going. And I feel like these last 2 years of Rocket League have been really good for them viewership-wise. So
I agree.
Yeah, it's kind of a
lot
shock.
of eyes have been on them.
Kind of a shock.
Yeah, a lot of eyes. You know, just coming from Call of Duty, my eyes have been on there more, just as a spectator. So they've definitely done well. Did you have some stuff about the store you wanted to bitch about too?
Yeah, so just another Epic Games blunder. In the last 30 days, there's been 4 instances where they drop a bundle and it's either overpriced or underpriced. Only one instance it was underpriced. So they're upcharging the shit out of these bundles. Now, you can't tell me that after the first time that happens, they're not checking.
They weren't made aware.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, there's no way at this company that one person's job is just to set the prices and nobody else is going to check that, or no one else is going to hold them accountable or double check and make sure that everything looks good. 4 times in a row, you fucked the prices up? Bro, instance 1. We've got, here, I'll just tell you what happened last week. We got some aftermarket bundles, some shitty graffiti decals. Hell yeah. There was a pack that comes with a Finnick. There's like 6 decals and 2 sets of wheels. They charged $2,500 for all that. $2,500. Okay. That's $25 for bullshit. And I was looking next to it. You can just buy the 6 decals alone for $800, which is $8, and you can also buy the wheels for $500. 800 plus 500 is $1,300. But if you buy them together in one big pack, it's $25 instead of $13. So they upcharge the shit out of that for $12. $12 more, if that makes sense. And then a day later, they tweet.
Just because a Finnick was in it?
No. Actually, there wasn't a Finnick in it, now that I think about it. It was just the decals and the wheels. So they were upcharging that shit $12. When you could just buy them separately.
That's 200%. They upcharge that 190%.
Yeah, so a day later they tweet, unfortunately, there were some pricing errors in a few of our recent bundles. That's the same start to a tweet they've had 3 other times. So the other time, we've got, unfortunately, there were some pricing errors in a few of our recent bundles. And the Jack Skellington goal explosion in the item shop was incorrectly priced at 2,000 credits when it should have been 800. $20 when it should have been $8.
You think they refunded people?
Yeah. You know what they do? They give you 1,200 credits to spend on their store. To spend on their fucking store. They've done it twice in a row now. So you can't tell me that this isn't on purpose. Yeah, it's either on purpose or you found the dumbest group of people to run a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah. Yeah, they repeat offenses just shows like, are we paying attention or are we not?
Brother, 4 in a row. And then on the Fortnite car for the racing shit that came out that killed trading, I'm sure no one's playing that shit now. The rocket racing, it went from like $250K the first day to like $30K the next day. Yeah, so nobody gives a shit about it.
It's not doing very well.
They had a car there that you could get a car that had every painted version of the car in it. It was $40. And they tweeted like days later, heads up guys, we lowered the price of the diesel car to $24. From 40 to 24. Here's the difference. You guys get 1,500 credits returned to you to spend on our store. That's offense number 3. And then offense number 4 was the Black Finnick was underpriced at 500, and they bumped it up to 700.
Damn.
Yeah.
Imagine they charged people that paid for 500.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. They said you will not have to pay the difference. But still, bro, how the fuck do we let this happen 4 straight times in a row, bro? If it's not on purpose. Sure. I mean, they just seem like the slimiest company in gaming right now because they...
Which is really weird.
Yeah, bro. Their community has been tweeting at them. There's no way that they don't see this. Every day, what the fuck are you guys doing? Why is this overpriced? Why do you keep tweeting about bundles when we're trying to ask you about trading and esports? And they just ignore, and keep tweeting new bundle in the shop every 2 days.
That's fucked.
It's so fucking disrespectful, bro. And there's no other game that we can go play because it's the only game of its genre.
Yeah.
So we're just
It's
stuck.
so weird seeing Epic do that with like how good and responsive. Like it just shows you the sentiment around the acquisition from Epic, right? Because like Epic, I mean, Fortnite's still doing really well, responding to changes, feedback, or whatever. But for some reason, the team, their Rocket League subsidiary is just not the same. So I'm interested to see if they get on the same page. But nonetheless, to bring us to the end of our episode here, going to do our patented segment, our pick and bands, to wrap up episode 9 here. I'll do my pick. Dak does his pick. We'll go back to the bands to come back around. But my pick for this episode is going to be the Percy Jackson series. Haven't talked about it on the podcast yet, but for anyone out there that's been watching the Percy Jackson show on Disney Plus, I fucking love it.
Okay.
New episode every Tuesday night. Looking forward to it tomorrow. It definitely is not it's definitely more PG than like the older movies were.
Yeah, that was the vibe
but
I got.
Obviously,
I watched the first episode.
Disney. Right. Oh, listen. You know how he hits the floss in the first episode?
Yeah.
I have not seen anything like that since though. Like that's the good. Like
I'm not gonna
like,
lie. That's where I was like, all right, I'm cool on this.
Yeah. See, I got past that because like I was, me and Cass were watching it, but. You get past that. I've been fucking enjoying it a lot, but I also loved it as a kid. So that's my pick.
All right, bet. My pick is snow days. We had a big snow day 2 days ago, and I took my dog outside. Harley has only seen snow like 1 week in Dallas last year.
Yeah.
So it was still kind of new to her. Like I took her outside, and she like instantly just went in the grass and was like, "What the fuck is this? Why is it so cold?" And she just started like running like crazy, bro. Just full spaz out zoomies.
Aww.
And loved it. But she was she would like run to one side and then eat a ton of snow and then like run to the other side and eat a ton of snow, and I was like, yo, chill, you're gonna eat some shit. Because we were like, yeah, we were in the shit yard where the dogs go, so I was a little worried. But
we got like half an inch of snow today. We got some snow today, like half an inch, and it melted pretty quickly. But this morning we took Molly out, and she was having fun, as much fun as possible. It was just like enough to where it was powder and like you felt the crunch under your foot. Yeah. So she had enough to get around and play with. But my band for the week, as y'all know, I'm a Cowboys fan. And if you pay attention to the NFL, we did it again.
Yeah.
We did it again. I mean, not only did we do it again, I went to the fucking game and wasted... like $500. So that was for both tickets, though. That was for both tickets. So yeah, that fucking blows. The Cowboys fucking sucks. Jerry Jones. If you're not selling the team, I don't care if you keep or ship Dak somewhere else. We need to franchise tag CD and then pay him next year. We need to sign Micah Parsons. We need to sign a new defensive coordinator and Bill Belichick. And then we're good. I think that's a good starting point. I think there's a lot of cap space to work. If we get Dak,
you guys have to pay him $60 million next year.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. For him to choke.
Yeah.
Like and I see people like wanting to throw the blame on Dak, but like he had like an unfortunate pick which wasn't completely his fault.
Dude,
and then he had a pick that was
yips,
bad,
bro. He had the yips after
the whole team had the yips, bro. Our defense was getting destroyed. Our defense was getting obliterated, bro. They were lining up.
There was a moment like when y'all just went down like 14-0 and your defense was out there again and they fucked up the substitutions or something and like your whole entire defense came off and then they were like, wait, we're still on? And it was just a complete shit show and I was like, oh my God, top to bottom, they're falling apart right now. Yeah,
I mean, it's so sad because me and Adam are sitting next to each other and we're seeing shit that we're doing wrong and what should be done, and we're looking at each other like this is high school football. He didn't even play in he didn't even play in high school. Between us, the most football experience we have as players is high school, 1 year at that. But obviously we've been watching ever since. But the fact that we can sit here and identify problems and see how they can be fixed and it's not being changed is ridiculous. The whole entire first half, second half we were too upset to pay attention. I
Yeah.
can't even remember. They were lining up on offense, the Packers, inside the numbers every play, just tight setups.
And
They would
just
run outs.
running.
We're playing zone, right? Said they would run the cornerback off and then go to the outside, bring the safeties with them, underneath across the
Yep.
middle, every fucking drive wide open.
Yep.
But I'm rambling here. Cowboys fucking suck. Make changes. Been a fan for 20 years. We've made the playoffs 5 or 6 times, and we fucking suck with the most talent ever.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
What's your
it's bad.
band? Gosh damn it.
Real quick, I think if you guys get Belichick, it's gonna take Jerry Jones to like quit micromanaging and just get the fuck out of his way, because he will not coach there if Jerry's breathing down his neck.
That is true.
Yeah, he
That
won't
is
do
true.
it. And Belichick's the only coach that could tell Jerry Jones to fuck off and
That is
let him do his
exactly.
thing.
So we just need an interview.
Yeah.
That's it. We just need Bill Belichick to take an interview.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, man, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
I would have rather not made it.
Honestly, I would feel bad, but Asa pissed me off and was like, bro, this is easy, bro. Packers are ass. And I was like, dude, you acting like this is a bye week, bro. Just wait. And they fucking got stomped. And I was
My
cracking
confidence
up.
my confidence in the Cowboys could have been taken as the Packers suck, but that was not. Like, I knew that the Packers have been clicking on every side of the ball for the past like 4 to 5 weeks. So
Should I insert the
I
clip
mean, I
from
knew
like
it was
2 months
possible.
ago of you on the podcast saying you guys are different?
No, we were.
Okay. All right. Enough about the Cowboys. My band is myself. I had a bit of a rage relapse this week. And you know, I was back in the day, I was very bad rager. High school to like middle of college.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I had a fan back in the day in high school, like one of those oscillating like tower fans, and I would just dog, I would take my fist like this and just fucking deck it if I got mad at a game. And I still have a scar on my hand from doing that. Like,
dude,
it
you need
cut
a
me
dummy.
open. Yeah, dude.
You
no,
need to
I really
buy one
do.
of those UFC dummies, bro, and just
Yeah,
in the background. That would be hilarious,
that
bro.
would be funny as fuck. Actually, I should do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I used to rage a lot, and I've gotten better at controlling my mental. And the other night, I was like, you know what? Let's play some Rocket League. I played with you and Asa that night, and I was already like tired and kind of on a short fuse that day, anyways. And we were getting slammed. I was so tired, bro. I was playing slow. We were just getting shit on. And then you get off, and I was like, all right, Asa, we'll play like a couple doubles, see how it goes. Dog, we were playing some shit talkers. That's when I get mad, when people talk shit. Oh my God, bro. And so I was getting mad, like trying my ass off, and it was tied up, bro. We're in overtime. Tied up. Asa did something and was out of the play, so it's 2v1. I'm in goal, and I'm just thinking like, oh shit. I see this dude coming at me from a mile away. I'm like, okay, he's going to try to demo me. I can just dodge it. I don't know what happened, bro. I just froze and let him demo me, and I just fucking aggressively set my controller down from my lap to the floor. And it broke the thumbstick, bro. My thumbstick, it's just down now.
Gone.
This one's just down now, bro. Like, look, it's cocky as fuck. That shit's just up.
God.
Yeah, it's bad.
That shit's
it's
stuck.
bad. So, R.I.P. to this controller. But I got a new one.
Nice.
We got the Midnight
How much
Blue.
was that?
$80.
Is that like $60?
It was like 80.
Damn, you should have spent another 100 and got the Edge.
Yeah, probably, but oh well. We got
That's
the
what I'm
Midnight
using.
Blue, baby. And
My shit is so dirty right now.
And I'm gonna treat it with the utmost respect. Oh yeah, dude, my controller is too. But yeah, it was one of those things where like it was just a sudden outburst, and then once I realized my controller was like done for, then I was like really mad, bro, and I was like, all right, I'm out. I'm getting off. It was just tragic, bro.
It had to sit with yourself like,
yeah, I was
now
like,
I gotta
why did
buy
I
another
do
controller.
that, bro? Like, what am I doing? So yeah, it was just
Be like that.
There's a lot of time to reflect, and you know, we're gonna protect controllers from here on out.
Yeah, gotta respect the controllers from here on out. But we appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Next Week podcast. That's gonna do it for us here today. Stay tuned next week for our review of these matches, and also anything that needs to be up to date on the general esports scene. I do want to touch on a little bit of Valorant next week, just because I want to keep Valorant in the mix,
Yeah.
just in general. So be on the lookout for some more Valorant stuff as well. But nonetheless, guys, thanks for watching episode 9. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.